Hey everybody, my name's Lanny. Welcome to my channel. I am here because I am trying to turn, or learn to turn. We're going to do a little bit of woodworking here. I had previously had a lot of life changes and things went weird in my life. So I was looking for some things to keep my mind and my hand busy, and things small enough to work. And I ended up stumbling upon one of these little tabletop lathes. I've had a lot of fun making little handles, and these were my inspiration for all of this. If you can see these are little handles. Love these things. These are made by a company called Freeze on Instagram. But these inspired me, and that's what led to this little lathe, because I was wondering, like, how could I turn one of those little handles? I like those handles. I'm a pretty handy guy. I used to be a welder in my old life, pipe fitter to be precise, and well, I don't do that anymore. A lot of injuries and things kind of led me to this, so I like this small wood turning. So in doing that, I realized that's not going to get very far, and I wanted to get a little bit bigger, play a little more. So I was starting to look at little lathes. I found a lot of reviews, mixed reviews on this little Wen 8x13 lathe, but it seems like for what I want it to do, we're going to give it a try. So I haven't really done much. I'm new to turning. I really don't know what I'm doing at all. I am kind of learning on the spot. I was using, let me show you. I was using, these kind of tools on that pen lathe to turn things and make those little handles. And, it worked okay. But now, we're moving on to using some of the real lathe tools, and I'm very new to this. So I don't even have a set of sharpening stones yet to do any of this. I think I have something that will suffice for sharpening for now. But we're gonna kind of get on here and we're just gonna turn some lumber from the yard. I have a burn pile back there, and I have some stuff that's been out there for a few years. It's been half burned, it's super dry, hard, kind of cool. So I don't know, I cut a bunch of blanks or little pieces right here. These are small. Like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing. So we're gonna turn these guys into something. We're just gonna actually practice with tools. I don't really know how and the place for all of these tools. I have a nice little set of tools here. This is a Vevor brand chisels, cutting tools, high-speed cutting steel. I don't really know what they all do, or how to use them per se. So a lot of this is, you're going to come with me and we're going to figure it out, or at least I'm going to figure it out. I'm sure a lot of you might actually know, but it's something kind of, it really sparked an interest right away. So I want to bring you guys along with me while I learn to turn these things. So hopefully we have a lot of fun. Hopefully we don't hurt ourselves. But I think with that, I'm gonna kind of put the camera a little closer. I may talk a little bit. We're probably gonna do voiceover or something with the lathe that might be a little loud. I'm not sure. We're gonna play this whole thing by ear. I don't really know anything about making videos either. So here we go. Let's learn a new thing. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna turn this little piece right here. This is something that's dried out of the yard, out of a burn pile. It's actually, you can probably see, it's got a little cook on it. So we're going to turn this. But I realized I don't have anything to measure centers on these right now, and I don't really want to worry about it. So it's got kind of this soft little center right here. And I'm going to apologize to any of you wood people out there. I am not kind of really knowledgeable about wood. I was a welder and I was a metal worker. So, but I'm going to just hit these centers. It's probably close enough, and for what I'm going to do, I can turn it down to true. So hopefully it just won't be too floppy when I put it in the lathe. We're going to hammer a drive center into this part of it. And then we'll hit the lives, and then we'll put it in the rest, get it all chucked up, and then start turning. Yeah, just kind of hammered her in there. Probably doesn't need to be hammered in that much, but it's kind of important to get her to drive. So we'll stick this in there. Slide this close. I'm gonna get it kind of close, but we're not gonna get all the way touching the wood. Then I'm gonna lock this down. Then turn this in to that center, that same center. Whoops, come on. There we go. Get her right in there. And make sure I am going to turn that in nice and tight. I don't know what over tight is. I don't know what tight is, so we're going to hope that's right. So we've got her in the chuck. Let's see, what am I going to do for the next step? So we got her in the chuck. I have my speed turned all the way down. I'm going to use the small tool rest for this, just because I only want to work small sections. I don't want to get too crazy with what I'm doing. That looks like that might be a little floppy off the start, so we'll start slow. I am going to set my tool rest. So I'm not entirely sure how this works, but I'm going to set my tool rest up just under center. So I've got to lift it just a little bit. I'm going to get it fairly square with the piece. We're going to turn it, and we're going to get it as close. We're going to get it nice and close. I like that. We're going to tighten that down. Ooh. And this has got this neat little feature. I'm going to pull these handles, drop them down, get them out of your way. So I'm going to get that out of the way. We're going to start right there. I think I like that. So that seems okay. I am going to grab the large. This is a roughing. Roughing something. I believe this is a 1-inch roughing bit. We'll call it a roughing tool. So I'm going to use that to run it to true. Is my plan here. So we got the lathe turned all the way down. We're going to turn it on. I'm sure it's going to vibrate quite a bit. It's a little bit. Yeah, so we're going to use that, and we're going to get this kind of straight away to the piece. We're going to go nice and easy into it. And we're just going to kind of easily take small chunks. Nice and easy down. I am kind of going straight in at the piece, at the log, so I guess that's a little bit below center of it. I'm not sure if that's quite correct, but I'm being real careful with this. If you guys are, woodworkers, chime in. I'm always down for helpful advice. So let's do this some more. We're going to run this cross out a little more. Like I said, nice and easy. I'm using that at kind of a little angle. I don't want to get too close while this, I'm going to turn this off. I was an industrial guy, so they kind of beat safety into our minds. So I'm kind of tilting this a little bit, and then running it a little bit back. So I'm running on this edge just a little bit and a little in here. So I'm probably cutting right around this edge. And we're just nice and easy, nice and easy, nice and easy. I'm going to take this slow. I am in no hurry. For me, this is learning, and none of these pieces are going anywhere. It's not like I'm selling anything. This is just for me to learn. So, I'd rather learn and not hurt myself or might damage my tools or equipment. So while I'm learning, nice and slow it is. I'm going to tighten this up a little bit. I don't know why this felt just a hair wobblier, I guess. Maybe I should start working this so it doesn't keep getting, you know what? I'm going to switch off to the bigger tool rest. Let's see, where did I put that? Down here. I'm going to switch off to, I have a 7-inch tool rest we're going to put on here. Well, that's fun. It's hot out here, and the phone's getting all agitated. So we're getting closer to getting kind of all the bark stripped off, getting it closer to true. I'm not sure where the video stopped, but at some point I actually got in there a little tight, and it stopped the lathe. I hope I didn't hurt anything. I hope that doesn't fry. I know it's a belt-driven thing, and I've got it on low speed, which definitely turns the power down on it. So, but just got to be more careful. Got to be more careful. So I'm going to turn this back on. I'm going to keep going and spin some more. This is one tip that I heard. If you do this, you can tell you're round, and when it starts jumping, you're out of round. So we're not terrible in spots, but we got a way to go. Let's turn it off and see what it looks like. It was just that end cap vibrating. I was looking at that earlier to check the belt tension, and I lost the screw. Maybe it's just that vibrating. So we got a little bark right there up on top yet. Starting to get down to this grain, get past this part of the wood here. So we are getting close to something. I am going to take, and I'm gonna tighten this up. I just I don't know, make me feel better about it. So I'm gonna give it a couple turns here. Make sure she ain't messing around. She's got a good bite. Definitely want to make sure you got a good bite when you're turning this stuff. But I hear a lot about over tightening. Hopefully I'm not doing that either. Wow, that's no good. See that one? Way too Lots to take out still on here. Not sure if this is still the right tool for the job. It seems to be doing good, but let's see here. I have this. I don't even know what this is called, but it's not half round. I don't know, maybe they call it a parting tool. I'm not sure. let's see if we can get the right angle and move along and kind of use this to straighten things out a little bit. I'm going to turn the speed up a little bit since we're running a little closer to round. That tool seems to work really nice for taking things down pretty quick. A fairly clean cut, so I'm going to continue on with this one. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to go, and we're going to get the half round. This is, what do they call that? The half round scraper? Oh, let's play with this one. I like the way this one moves up and down. That seems to do an excellent job of taking that down. This end here is a little wobbly. I'm going to use a, oh, what do we call that? Now, you know what? No, I'm going to continue to whittle this a little more. We've got some wormhole right there, or a bug track or something like that. We're not quite through this layer of whatever this is, so I'm going to keep turning this down a little more. I'm gonna use this, and I think I'm gonna, whoops, I'm sorry, can't hardly say it. I'm gonna use the half round. I'm gonna move the tool rest closer. I think I'm also going to use that other tool. If anyone knows what that is, let me know. So let's move tool rest a hair closer. I'm keeping it about a 1/4 inch away from the work. Move this around, make sure it's there, that it doesn't hit. Turn the speed up just a little bit. We're running pretty round, so we're gonna put half round right there. We're gonna use this guy. So it's a little rough on this end. It keeps getting wiggly. That gets wonky, so I think I'm gonna take my parting tool. I think that's what this, whoops, I think that's what this one is called, is a parting tool. So I'm going to take that, and I'm just going to shave all this down kind of to the rest, or you know, maybe I'll just shave this down and we'll create a tenon. I have a tenon, I believe is what they call it. I have a 4-jaw chuck that I can take and kind of put this around. I don't know if they're helpful, handy, whatever. I know you need to make a small area for those to clamp down onto, so maybe I'll do that. So we'll whittle this down into something a little more manageable on this end. Let's just see what happens. Well, it's closer to true on the end, but I got a little excited and I just made a note. So we're just going to continue to work. We're going to use that as our set. I hope that doesn't cause any problems. Yeah, that's all. I just hope it doesn't cause any problems. So let's see. We turn it around. We still got that knot right there, a little bit that there. So let's turn this around more with the half moon. Half moon? Half round? Half round. So we'll turn that down. That is all pretty, that seems to be pretty true, but we are gonna grab a tool that I probably need to learn to get really good with. We are going to grab the skew. The skew I don't think seems to be a difficult tool to work with, but it seems to be one that maybe takes some practice. So we just have a big wedge that we're going to work with. So I'm just going to use this as a scraper to try to go straight down my piece, really true it up nice, maybe see if I can smooth it out a little bit. And then we may play around with maybe putting some shapes in with this, but we might come down here, round off that edge just a little bit to play around, see what it feels like to get around. Maybe we will get in here, do a little cut. I've saw where they come in and they use these to do their cuts, and then they'll round in like that and make their rounds. You know, this is a very versatile tool from what I understand. Something that I'm gonna try to practice with fairly frequently and get some good practice in. So let's try this one out. So I think we're down to probably what might be the wood, or the, you know, what might be the full grain of this. Like I said, I'm not even sure what this is, but I think maybe we'll try to work on a shape here. Work on a base. I have this cut flat. I think I'm gonna try to do the 10 in here, and I won't get excited about it. We'll do that to maybe get it in the chuck. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see, because I'm gonna want to cut it off too. So we'll see what happens. But I don't know. What do you think? Should we try to? Do we cut with this, or do we just start making some things? You know what? Let's see if we can make a super mini vase, at least kind of the shape, so that we'll have a round rim that comes down and maybe a little belly at the bottom. So, and we'll see if we can do that. I'm gonna get the half round, and I think we'll probably end up doing a lot of work with that. We'll see. So let's see, let's get this half round out, let's get moving. This would probably even be a good time to use that skew to come around and make that thin lip right here, but we're gonna use the half round. We're gonna start down here, and then we'll see about making a nice little neck and then swoop it back out. So I'm starting to lay it down. I like to kind of, I try to because I think if I kind of get this round here, and it's going to be a long swoop and back to fat again. So I think I want to try to cut this down faster, but I don't think I want to continue to just dig this tool down inside of there. So how do I want to accomplish that? Are we going to take this thing? No, I don't like that. Maybe bowl gouge and just keep taking it down. Let's try. So I haven't pulled this one out or explained this one yet. This is the bowl gouge. I believe that is 3/8 bowl gouge. So a very handy tool, nice thin. You got a lot of movement and work with it, it seems. Places to work with, so I enjoy this one. You can kind of see I've got this main neck. We're going to go down here. We've come up and I want to swoop it back to a bottom. So I think what I will do is I'm going to cut a bottom line for kind of an idea or gauge. So I'm going to get the big parting tool. You know what? I'm going to play around. We're going to get this guy here. This is the small skew. What is that? 45-degree skew or whatever they probably call it. I'm going to get that. We're going to make our line with that, and then maybe we're going to try to do a little forming because I believe that's how it's supposed to be. But this whole backside's probably looking like it's going to be kind of garbage because I'm going to make this very small. So I'm going to give myself a line where I want to cut it off. I'm going to practice kind of making I'm going to plunge this tip in there, and I'm going to practice kind of making that contour with this, see if I can get it, and if so, I will turn around and I will do it on this little side that will hopefully eventually become a cute little vase. We shall see. So that's very fun using that. It's kind of at a hard angle. Let me move you guys over. I'll show you what I did real quick. So we got a good kind of little half round in there with some depth. So we're going to do that to try to, you know what, really just, I think that'll work for that down there. So let's see if we can do it right-handed. Typically not my forte, but let's see if we can clean the bottom of that up and do that. So put you back over here. You see what's going on. I'm sorry if I have been getting in anybody's way or if this angle is bad. I'm doing my best. I don't really know what's going on. I'm going to blow this off real quick. I'm going to pause this. I'll be right back. All right, took the trusty weed blower or leaf blower, got her all blown off. We're going to crank this baby up. Remember to turn it down this time. So, turned it down, we're going to turn it up, turn it on. Turn it all the way up. She's like, So I like the way that rounds in, but I can't get very deep with it. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I did a better job on this one over here, as I was kind of coming in, doing my thing. So I'm gonna work this a little more. I don't want to get it too small. We kind of have a thing going there. So yeah, I mean, we're gonna continue to try to work this and see what I can get out of it. I mean, I feel like it came out kind of nice. So that's fun. Let me see. So I'm going to take this down a little bit more. I'm gonna use my parting tool, and I'm gonna make kind of a deep gouge right here, something that I can work this bottom a little more, and then possibly get it cut off here in a second. And then maybe we'll gouge it. So I think I'm gonna part it here. I'm gonna make this something that my clamp can grab, and maybe we'll put that on to use it. And then I'm not sure. So, continue on with me. I just looked at this and realized that it's been 40 some odd minutes of video that I've been doing this, and so I don't want to bore everybody, and I'm not going to try to edit these and make them forever. This is going to be my stopping point for this video. So what I have is kind of this little vase shape to continue on. Obviously, I've got a lot of work to do. I probably got to sharpen my tools, things like that, I believe is what leads to a lot of this, but I'm going to sand most of this out. It actually feels pretty nice. There's a lot to learn with what I'm doing here. Like I said, this is all new to me. So we're going to turn this into a little shot glass or a sake cup because it just looks that way. So I'm going to try to see about hollowing this out. So we're going to split this in half. We're going to use it as like a tenon for my vise, and that's what we will be doing probably for the next video. So if you want to kind of see how this ends up, see what I do, continue on with learning how to do this, then come on back. So I think cutting's supposed to be done on a slow speed. So I'm gonna play around with it with this way too big parting tool. I think this is a parting tool once again. Said this channel's all me learning what the heck I'm doing. So we're gonna split this in half. This is gonna be used for tenons, for holding these pieces, to do a little hollowing, some end work on them, things like that. So while I do this, I hope you enjoy, learn something, or help me along. To comments are generally helpful. We all know the wonderful internets that we live in. So I've got this turned down to the absolute low. That's not going to get it. So we're going to turn about half. About halfway up, maybe. And then we're going to come in straight at it. So I think what I'm finding is that I'm binding on my tool rest, and it's making it hard to get in there. So, wow. So pay attention to what you're doing. You saw what just happened. That could have been really bad. So pay attention. So I'm gonna put this tool back in there, and we're gonna go slow and steady and keep our eyes on it. So that seems to be burning it quite a bit. So I'm assuming that just means I got a super dull tip. I've probably sharpened this. thing didn't seem to want to hold. So anyway, let's turn it up some more. See if that's any better. I mean, that just, yeah, it's just burning the piss out of it. And it looks to be coming from the edges, maybe. So I'm not sure. So I just ended up taking a little extra out. Maybe that's what we're supposed to do, is make that a little wider. I'm gonna grab a smaller parting tool. I don't like this at all. I don't know if I can sharpen this. This lathe isn't powerful enough for it. If I just don't know what I'm doing with this parting tool yet. But I'm gonna put this back right now. I'm gonna grab a really small parting tool. I'm gonna get in there. So I have this little 1/8" guy right here. I'm sure I can get a better one. Alrighty, I'm going to stop this for right now. We'll come back. This will all be separated. I'll do another video soon about doing this. My phone's about to die and it needs charge, so thank y'all for watching.